I'm a journalist, broadcaster, and a political scientist. And I have been in broadcasting and journalism all of my life from when I was 16 years and 4 months old. I was recruited by the Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation, the old NBC, when I was 16 years and 4 months old, and I was the youngest person in the history of Nigeria at that time that was recruited in 1977. When I was growing up, I was farmed out to live with my great uncle, who listened to the Hausa service of the BBC unfailingly every morning. London, BBC Kemagana. If you heard that sound, not a pin must drop. And I was the kid who did everything for him, ran his errands, and I was always with him. So what I found remarkable as a kid growing up was that, especially during the nighttime news, and this was during the Nigerian Civil War, he is listening to the news in Hausa. He has a group of friends who don't speak Hausa. So after listening to the news, he will translate what they say in Hausa. Zai pasa daga Hausa zuwa Yarbanci, from Hausa to the Yoruba language. And as a kid, I was a very rather naughty kid. I'll be sitting somewhere in the corner and listening to him translate from the Hausa to the Yoruba language. And all I was ever listening out for was for the mistake he was going to make, so I can grunt. Then he looks in my direction and I say, "You made me miss this point." I used to enjoy that a lot. Secondary school was an incredible experience because you had this remarkable mixture of academic life with sports, with extracurricular activities. And I look back now, by the time I finished school, I was the best table tennis player in the school. I played table tennis at a very high level. I had the determination to become the first Nigerian world table tennis champion. That was all I ever thought of. And then it kind of also affected me because then I was not an average student. I was quite a good student, but I didn't have a good secondary school certificate. I had just 3 credits because the whole of the last year in my school, I was only playing table tennis really. And everybody who knew me was very disappointed because everybody had the highest hopes that I was going to have a good result. And so it was something I was reviewed it at Coleman Wall, and then the question got jumped to. And I said I wanted to work. Strange. So one day I saw, because I told I was used to radio, I was listening to it and they said, people should apply to be studio managers. And I applied. I was called for interview. I knew everything about radio. I knew everything about radio manual. So when they did interview, I was just too good for them not to give me the job. But I was too young to be given the job. So the head of program Northern Nigeria, it's a woman who died a few years ago, Hanoti Brian. She wanted me to get a job in broadcasting. So she did a report to Lagos. Dr. Christopher Konadi was the DG of Radio Nigeria at the time. And she said, this young man, we think he's going to have a good career in broadcasting, but he's too young. But you know, there are very few people from Northern Nigeria. Everything was played and somehow I was given a job. So at 16 years and 4 months, I went to resume. And the one thing I'll never forget was that the night before I was going to resume, my mother insisted that she wear my bodyguard. You know the reason why? Because she wanted me to look at least a bit more mature. Because I was really small. And I didn't want to wear a Barbadigan. I wanted to wear a shirt. No, she insisted, no, you must wear this. So I went to work for the first time in my life wearing a blue Barbadigan cap, just like this cap. And you couldn't mystify that I was a kid anyway. The most important things for us in our life is encapsulated in what the Kopulak is a code of ethics of Flobe people: honor, honesty, sense of duty, commitment to family, public service, and always protecting the name and the honor. Those are what I was taught from when I was growing up. And they've been the central kernels of my life. These are all that mean a lot to me. And my father said something that's stayed with me till today. He said, every true beginning in life is difficult. Every true beginning in life. He said, so if you're going to try and do anything, know that if it is true, if it is honorable, if it is correct, it will be very difficult. But the more you apply yourself to it, then you can crack it. Never, ever look for the shortcut. Never. Apply yourself diligently, honorably, honestly. And when you do those things, and even if you then do not succeed, you'll be very happy and you've done the very best. So that statement, every true beginning in life is difficult, I heard it when I was 8 years old. My name is Dr. Moddibo Kawu.